Welcome to this presentation. Before we begin, I would like to introduce my YouTube channel, BL Nongsap, where you can access a wide range of educational resources.
The channel is organized into playlists covering pedagogy, ICT, training reports, internship materials, and many other resources designed to improve classroom practices and support the professional development of both teachers and learners.
I warmly invite you to subscribe and explore the content to enrich your academic and professional journey. Let's start.
Have you ever wondered what really goes on inside a modern quiz competition? I mean, it's way more than just knowing a bunch of facts. It's this high-stakes game of strategy, psychology, and some seriously deep knowledge. So today, we're going to break it all down, dissect the anatomy of a quiz, and see what it actually takes to win. So, what's the secret sauce? What does it take to win? If you're thinking it's all about having a photographic memory, well, that's only part of the story. A modern quiz is a battleground of strategy, risk, and speed. It's not just what you know, it's about how you play the game. And to really get into the nitty-gritty, we're going to peel back the layers of a real competition, Elysium 2025. Its format is basically the perfect blueprint. It shows us exactly how these quizzes are built to test not just your brain power, but your nerve. And just look at the variety here. It's fascinating how each round is designed to test something completely different. You start out with a broad general knowledge base. Then you have to pivot to pure strategy, then high-stakes gambling on the buzzer, then raw speed, and finally, a super deep dive. It's like a mental obstacle course. Okay, so first things first. Every good quiz needs a solid starting point to see where everyone stands, and that's the whole job of the general round. You can think of it as the foundation for everything else that's about to happen. The rules here are nice and simple. Each team gets 3 questions, 10 points if you get it right, and, this is key, there's no penalty for getting it wrong. It's a gentle start, you know? It gets everyone warmed up without the fear of digging themselves into a hole right away. I mean, just look at the scope of this opening round. It's not just one thing. You need a mental map that covers history, world geography, science, what's happening in the news right now. And a lot of the time, it's tied to a specific Indian context. The sheer breadth of it is kind of mind-boggling. So you might get a question like this. Seems pretty straightforward, right? It's a classic geography question, but you've got to have that exact fact ready to go. And then bam, the very next question could jump you back decades into the past, testing what you know about national history and science firsts. It's this constant switching of gears that's so tough. And this is a great example of how general knowledge can get really specific. It's not always about famous people and places. You're expected to know important acronyms from public institutions. In this case, SCERT is the State Council of Educational Research and Training. And this just shows you the insane range of topics. In the span of a few minutes, you're jumping from literature to geography to government acronyms to basic biology. The message is pretty clear. You got to know a little bit about, well, everything. All right, so after that broad warm-up, the competition throws in its first major strategic curveball, choice. This is the moment where teams get to play to their strengths and choose their own battlefield. And here's the thing, it all comes down to a choice. The specialized round literally splits into 2 paths. You can go down the academic route, think literature, history, science, or you can dive into the non-curricular stuff, like pop culture or military history. This means teams need to have real strategic depth, not just a wide net. And the scoring here is just brilliant. The quizmaster is basically asking, how well do you really know this? If you can pull the answer out of thin air, no help, you get a massive 20 points. But if you need the safety net of multiple choice options, you only get 5. It's a fantastic way to separate true expertise from a lucky guess. So here's a perfect example. This isn't asking about a king from the 15th century. This is a super specific acronym from India's 2020 National Education Policy. This tests whether contestants are paying attention to what's happening right now. It's a statement that this kind of knowledge is what matters today. Now, let's say you didn't know the answer right away. Take a look at these options. They are deliberately designed to be confusing. They all sound kind of plausible, right? This is why getting those 20 points is so hard and so valuable. You either know it cold, or you're probably just guessing. And there it is. The answer is D. Yeah, it's a mouthful. And it just goes to show you the level of detail that these modern quizzes are demanding from people. We've come a long, long way from just asking, who painted the Mona Lisa? So why this number, 34? Because that's how many years pass between India's old education policy and the brand new one from 2020. The quiz is saying, hey, this is a massive shift that's happening right now in your world, and it expects you to be on top of it. And it doesn't stop there. You've also got to know concepts like the Academic Bank of Credits, or ABC. This is a huge part of the changes happening in higher education, and frankly, it's the kind of stuff you're expected to know to be an informed citizen these days. This quote really nails the whole idea. The quiz is testing whether you understand this fundamental shift away from just a list of marks to a full 360-degree look at a student's progress. It's really a test of your modern-day literacy. So up until now, everything's been based on text, on facts you've read. But a modern quiz, it goes further. It's designed to test your eyes and your ears, too. So check this out. The audio and visual rounds are a two-part challenge. It's not enough to just see the picture of a landmark and say what it is. Here's the kicker. You also have to contextualize it, name the country it's in, or for a song, name the composer. It's a much deeper level of knowledge. Let's break down the strategy here, because these two rounds are completely different animals. The buzzer round is all about high risk, high reward. A wrong answer actually costs you points. But in the rapid fire round, it's just you against a 60-second clock. There's no penalty, so you can guess and you can pass. You need two totally different mindsets to succeed. Okay, just imagine this. The clock's ticking. Everyone's hand is on the buzzer. Who painted the Mona Lisa? You don't even have time to breathe, and the next one hits you. Name India's highest civilian award. And then, a total switch to vocabulary. What is the antonym of the word abundant? See, it's this relentless pace and variety that really tests your nerve. And the main ingredient in this pressure cooker? Two little words: negative marking. All of a sudden, staying silent is a strategic option. A wrong answer doesn't just get you 0 points, it actively costs you. It's a total psychological game changer. And this chart just lays out the brutal math of it all. You could get 10 points, but you could also lose 5. So in that split second, with your hand hovering over the buzzer, you have to do that calculation. Is it worth the risk? That's pure game theory right there. And if the risk of the buzzer round wasn't enough, the next round strips all that away and boils it down to just one thing: pure, unadulterated speed. 60 seconds. That is all you get. It's an absolute brain sprint. This round isn't about deep thinking, it's about how fast you can pull information out of your head. The clock is your real opponent here. And the whole thing is just relentless. It's a nonstop barrage of questions, and honestly, knowing when to say pass is just as important as knowing an answer. If you get stuck on one question for even a few seconds, you're toast. So let's go back to our first question. What makes a champion? It's not just one thing. They are forged through 5 trials. The sheer breadth of their knowledge, the depth of their specialty, their grasp on what's relevant today, the sharpness of their senses, and finally, their ability to perform under fire. So when you put it all together, what's the DNA of a modern quiz? It's not just one thing. It's this wild mix, part classic trivia, part deep specialized knowledge, part high-stakes poker game, and part current events test. To win, you have to be good at all of it. And that actually leads to a much bigger idea. A quiz isn't just a game. It's like a cultural snapshot. The questions themselves, whether they're about Charles Dickens or policy acronyms, tell a story about what our society, right now, thinks is important to know. Which kind of leaves us with one big, final question to chew on. In an age where almost any fact is just a click away on your phone, what's the real point of knowing things? What's the value of holding all this information inside our own heads? It's a fascinating thing to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.
This video is prepared by Shri B.L. Nomsap, Diet Thadlaskein. Once again, make sure to share, like and subscribe and give your valuable positive feedback and comments. Thank you.